So, to summarize, you have a minuscule revenue stream, no cash reserves, and an albatross of a contract that requires you to go through a slow approval process to enact changes, if they're approved at all, which they never are. Am I missing anything?
That about sums it up.
So the operator selects the site.
Yeah.
He picks the property.
Right.
You provide the training, the system, the operational know-how, and he is responsible for the rest.
Is there a problem?
A big one. You don't seem to realize what business you're in. You're not in the burger business. You're in the real estate business. You don't build an empire off a 1.4% cut of a 15-cent hamburger. You build it by owning the land upon which that burger is cooked. What you ought to be doing is buying up plots of land, then turning around and leasing said plots to franchisees who, as a condition of their deal, should be permitted to lease from you and you alone. This will provide you with two things. One, a steady upfront revenue stream. Money flows in before the first stake is in the ground. Two, greater capital for expansion.
And I hope it happens. Hello, John. How you doing today? You mailed in my company a postcard a few weeks back requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute?
This is the one strategy I use to handle the "I'll get back to you" objection. Firstly, when you hear that objection, you need to be very upfront and direct. Don't ever say, "No problem, Mr. Prospect, I'll be happy to send you some more information," or "When can I expect to hear back from you, Mr. Prospect?" because that immediately puts you at a much lower status. Instead, you have to find the root of the problem as to why the prospect is hesitant to move forward. So if a prospect tells me, "I'll get back to you," I would say, "Well, you know, Mr. Prospect, usually when I hear someone say that they'll get back to me, I never actually end up hearing from them again. Isn't this the case here?" Exactly. So let's just bottom line this problem. Is it the terms? Is it the price? Is it the money? What can I do for you and I to do business today? This simple question opens up the door to the prospect telling you exactly what they need to move forward with the business deal. Sometimes they'll say, "I need more information about X," or "I'd like to see some more references," or "The price is a bit higher than I expected." And if they say the price is too high, then you can offer a payment plan, lower the upfront cost, or improve the terms. Whatever the case is, you now know the truth and can focus on solving that exact problem and handling that objection to close the deal.
What should you say when you hear, "I'm not interested"? First thing you need to do is you need to understand, "I'm not interested" means I'm not interested ... right now. That's the first piece of it. Understanding that this is not a forever, this person's never going to buy. No, it's just in this moment right now, it's not a good time, I'm busy, I got this, and that on my mind. Right now I'm not interested. And the way to get over that is the next piece. And the way you do it is twofold. Number one, agree. Understand, I totally get it. If you were interested, you would have already called me, you know, whatever you want to say. And then move on to the next piece, which is just so you know. Just letting you know, the reason I'm here is just so I don't want to bother you later. We're going to be doing this. And then you deflect and you move on to what it is you're doing. You get right to it. And a lot of times they'll hear you out, and sometimes they'll actually be interested. Imagine that. And so now this person who went from not interested all of a sudden is very interested, and you just made a sell. And so that's how you get over the phrase, "I'm not interested."
Is the best way for them to handle a price question. Your price is too expensive, your product is too expensive, I'm going to go with something else.
So when you break it down like that, everything can always revert back to cost. Everything that we talk about, are you going to get those nice sneakers? Well, they cost more than X, but they're Nikes and they're Air Jordans and they have the logo and it's this, that, and the other thing. It's the same thing for your product. How does your product differentiate better than the standard of care? And that to me is how you get through that price conundrum.